Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Deborah. Good evening, Onyebuchi. Good evening, good evening, good evening. How's it going? How's it going, everyone? How's it going? How's it going? If it's fine, let me see in the comment section that it's fine. How was your day? How was your day? Hope your day was good. Good evening, Gladden. Good evening, Mr. Slim. Good evening. It's nice to have you here. Good evening. Good evening, Ifyo. Good evening. Thank God. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. And how have you been? How have you been? How's been the classes since we started? Hope you've been enjoying it. Good evening, the message. Good evening, Taye. Oh, good evening, Abutu. My day was good. I'm hectic, we're fine. Oh, great. Good evening, Esther. Good evening. I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited. I'm super excited to be here. I mean, I'm meeting my new friends. Good evening. Good evening. Good day, Esther. Hope our day was good. So just tell me briefly, how has it been? How has the sessions been so far? How's it been? How's it been? How's it been since we started? How's it been? Hope you've been enjoying it. Good evening, boss. Oga Gabriel, good evening. Have you been enjoying it? Just let me see. Let me see your comment. How's the sessions been? Hope you've been having a good time. Right? Good evening, wisdom. Oh, impactful. Great, 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 great. Fortune, good evening. Anyways, let me just tell you, you've not seen anything yet. We just started. In my dialect, they will say, "Asheme ebo laponi." There's just a lot that you're going to learn. I mean, it's going to be very, very super impactful, right? Oh, great, great and insightful. That's amazing. Super time. Great, great, great. And I will set to have another explosive session. These sessions have been a great time of learning. Yeah, yeah. All right. All right. So, in a minute, before we go into what we have today, educating and lovely, our teachers are fantastic. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I mean, a round of applause for your teachers, man. Oh, great, great. But I'm super excited to be here. I'm super excited. I'm super excited. I'm super excited. And I hope that you're also excited to see my face, right? All right. All right. Okay. Great. All right, great. So I don't know if I need to introduce myself. So funnily enough, I feel okay, great. Our teachers have been high on knowledge. Amazing, amazing, amazing feedbacks. Yeah, amazing feedback. Good evening, Bola Tito. Good evening. Oh, you're excited. I'm also excited to be here. Antoniette, did I pronounce it well? Please forgive me if I. It's not my. It's not my. I didn't plan to murder your name. All right. All right. Amazing. Amazing. So I've met you guys, Taye, Polatito, the message. Good evening, Shidima. All right, my name is Jesse Bamila, like you can see already, and I'll be taking us for this night. Thank you, and to I mean, your name is pronounced. All right, I'll be taking you for this night, and we'll be going through a very interesting topic, right? Generally, right, product management is very interesting. It's very interesting. It's a very interesting, career path, right? It's like about, and our sessions is going to be like, I don't know if you like about. It's going to be like how do I amala and begiri, very sweet. I don't care about your biases, but you know, I know that different texture for different persons. Some people like it soft, some people like it hard. Yeah. So, but then that's why I'm here. I would make sure that the amala goes smoothly. If it's too hard for you, I'm here to make it soft so that I can consume it. If it's too soft, I'm here to make it, but then it's going to be an amazing time, right? You're going to enjoy yourself, right? We're going to enjoy yourself. And I believe that we're all paying attention as we go because I would like that as we're learning, we're doing the actual job, right? We're doing the actual. Oh, you prefer fufu? All right. I don't want to bring my bias to this place. All right. I will serve you fufu. So I want us to, do as we go, right? Do as we go. So if I'm telling you about certain things that we're doing, I want us to also, engage with it. And of course, we'll have assignment. And the essence of this assignment is that as you're learning, you're actually practicing what you're learning. So the goal for us and my other colleague is that after this session, we have already set you on that course. You can actually go and start to do stuff. You know stuff already, yeah? And that's the essence. So I believe that this night everybody is with their laptop, paying attention, ready to take notes, ready to learn as much. Yeah, I believe that. And you know, I know it might stretch a bit, right? Which of course, for example, it might stretch a bit, but then I know that we have what it takes to, to do it. Yeah, to do it. I might be wanting to teach you what I've learned over 5 years in this space, right? But then my job is to make it easy and understandable for you. So, and I want us to actually follow through as we go. Trust me, trust me, you're on the right course and you're going to really enjoy yourself. So, my name is Jesse Bamila. You already know. I know that before now, I don't know, some people had been sending me DMs on LinkedIn. Hmm. Hmm. It's okay. Amazing. I'm happy, and I'm sure I've responded to a few. So I have over 5 years experience in the space. So okay. You need help on how to download Figma. You can use the web version of Figma. You don't have to download Figma. You can just use the web version, preferably. That's Deborah. You can use the web version of Figma. You don't necessarily have to download it. All right. So, and I'm just Bamila. I'm a product manager with over 5 years of experience. Don't forget about everything I'm telling you. I just want you to know that, and I'm happy to, as much as, and I'm saying all of this because if you have questions, maybe along the line, you get an opportunity to, practice. I'm also here to also help you, you know, move smoothly, based on the knowledge that I have acquired over the years, right? And by privilege, I've worked both local and foreign, and it doesn't matter whatever terrain you find yourself. I think I will be very helpful, to help you understand, to help you get on the job and sail smoothly. All right. So today we'll be discussing a very interesting topic, which is we're going to be talking about PRD. I'm going to share you a screen to the slide, right? But then what is more important to me is you pay attention to everything I'm going to say. I will share you the slide, but I will go into more detail trying to explain. So there are certain, before I go into that, there are certain documents that you write as a product manager, right? We have the PRD, we have, there are a lot of documents for product managers. We have PRD, we have the product roadmap, and a lot, you write user stories. Those are the things that you do, right? And we are here to help you understand all of these things. And it's not just to understand it, to help you know how to write it. So this evening we'll be talking about product requirement document, right? Product requirement document. If you're getting it, just type product requirement document. Product requirement document. For short, we call it PRD. Product requirement document. If you're following me, say I follow you. Abi, if you don't leave me, tell me I don't leave you. Let me see in the comments, sharp, 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 sharp. If you follow me, tell me I follow you. If you don't leave me alone, tell me I don't leave you. Good evening, Eric. All right, thank you, Teresa. Product requirement document. So my goal is that after this class, thank you for following me. Everybody is able to write a PRD, right? Everybody is able to write a PRD. All right, thank you. Sufficient says she follow me. She follow me. Thank you. Thank you for following me. Thank you. All right. Thank you for following me. So I'm going to speak the English here on my slide, but I'm going to try to break it down so that you would understand. Now on my slide, I say product requirement document outlines the what and the why of a product feature, yeah, or product, and it aligns the team and reduces confusion. Now, I've said all of those English, right? That the document outlines the what and the why of a product feature, right? So hold that one in one hand. You understand? That my English or Igbo definition, just hold it in one hand. Now, let me explain what product requirement document is to you, in layman terms. Just take it as it is. Now, there's this product we want to work on, right? So hopefully, I think that everybody here is already thinking of a product that they are going to build, right? Is that so? Is that so? Before I go further, I want to assume that everybody has like a product idea in their head, or they are working on already. Am I right? If I'm right, tell me I'm right. If I'm not, let me know. You have a product idea, or you started thinking of a product idea. Oh, okay, great, great. Taiwo says yes. Oh, great, 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 great. Beautiful. Thank you. Yeah. So follow my analogy, right? Follow my analogy. So there's this app, that would help me move EBA from one place to the other, right? I want people to be able to order EBA and get it delivered to their house, and they will have that EBA and eat the EBA. You understand? Now that is my own idea. Call it the EBA app, right? Call it the EBA app. If you are following me, tell me EBA app. So my own idea now that I'm thinking of is EBA app, because I like food anyways. So my app is just going to do stuff, move EBA from one place to the other. Now, I am very tired from the lot of work I've done today. I cannot go to the kitchen and make EBA. So my app, I'm thinking of an idea. How do people like myself get to access EBA? Right? It's simple. So there will be an app where they can go and place the order for EBA. So my idea for this class, for the analogy sake, is an EBA app. Hope you are still following. All right. So the EBA app is just like, so my PRD in this case now is like a document that helped me bring clarity to my EBA app. What do I mean by clarity? You see, this document would help me to be able to state what should be on my app. Do you get what the functions of my app would look like? A great guy. All right. So the essence of this document is, if anybody, even my enemy, like Gabriel who likes fufu, picks this document, right, he can already have an idea of what I am trying, of the idea in my head. If anybody, it doesn't matter how dense that person is, permit my word, forgive me for that, the person is able to take this document and understand the problem I'm trying to solve with my EBA app. You understand? The features that will be in my EBA app, the use cases in my EBA app. What do I mean? If you take this document, you already can tell that, okay, this EBA app is an app that helps people move EBA from one location to the other. That's the essence of my PRD document. Are you still following? Are you still following? All right. Thank you, Obafemi. So when you pick that document, you can already see that, okay, this person, what this app is doing is moving about from one location to the other. That person already understands that. When you go for that to look at that document, you can already know that the problem now that I'm trying to solve is that some people like myself, after we get consumed with work and forget that we want to eat until certain times, certain time, we can't go to the kitchen again and make eba. We just go to that app and make request for our eba, and our eba gets delivered to us. So that is a problem. The problem is enough people cannot access eba. I know that the reason why Gabriel does not like eba is because he does not have access to eba. That is a problem. So my app now will help Gabriel have access to eba. Do you understand? So in my document now, I know you don't know about my eba app before. If I just come to you and tell you that I am building an eba app, you don't have an idea. But if you pick up that document, you can already see that now you sabi Timileyin, I like eba, leave it like that. You need to go and look for something to like. That's why I'm building my solution to you so that my eba can reach the ends of the world. All right. So when you pick that document, you can already see what my eba app is about. You can already see the problem I'm trying to solve with my eba app. You can already see the features that will be on my eba app. You understand? The functional requirements, right? Okay, what are the features? For example, now let's think through it. Let's think through it together. On my eba app, right? There should be a place where people can see the eba, right? There should be a place where people can place order for the eba app, right? Right? What else do you think should be on that app? Let's think through it together. I have told you one already. They should be able to see logistics, okay, order and all of that. Okay. So on my app, there should be a payment. They should be able to make payment. Thank you. The textures of the eba. Oh God. Oh, these people are making me happy already. Should I dance for you people small? They should be able to see order. You understand? Payment method. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, other process. All right. So that means that under my document, I will list out the functions, the list of features on my eba app. So one feature is the payment. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? The user profile. Thank you. So each of the features, thank you. The different about vendors. Oh my God. These people are giving me joy. You are giving me joy. You are giving me joy. You are giving me joy. Don't worry, one free wrap of about to everybody. All right. So, thank you. Thank you. The user registration is a feature. People must, before they can access my app to see about, they should sign up. That is a requirement. They should sign up. They should be able to search for vendors. That is a feature. You understand? They should be able to place an order. They should be able to track their order. They should be able to chat. Do you get that? Am I too fast? Am I too fast? If I'm too fast, please tell me. Amalaman does not like eba. All right. They must be able to. Am I too fast? Are you still getting me, please? I want to make sure that we understand. Right? I want to make sure that we understand. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. There should be a feedback section. These are the list of features that you want to have in your eba app. Okay, thank you. So that means that in that document, anybody who picks that document, even someone who hates eba, can already understand that this eba app solves this problem, and this is the list of features that we have in the eba app. Do you understand? All right. So customer service board. All right. It's also a feature that should be on the eba app. All right. Great. I'm happy you're getting it. Payment method should be a feature on the eba app. So the essence of my document is that anybody picks this document and can already get the scope of the idea, get the scope of the app or the product I'm trying to build. Do you understand? All right, great. I'm happy you understand. All right, it is my job that you understand. You must understand by fire, by force. Thank you. Estimated time of arrival. Yes, thank you. All right. So, that being said, that document tells you what you're building, why you're building that feature. You understand? Now, the essence of your PRD is that it aligns everybody. When you write that PRD, you can share with anybody and they understand. Now, at the beginning of a project, so to say, building down my Eba app, a lot of people come and we work. I work with a team, right? Depending on the organization, different teams for different organization, right? I've worked in startups that is just the boss, myself, and the development team. I've worked in enterprise where is you have a lot of stakeholders, a lot of stakeholders. Yeah, a lot of stakeholders. You also have the customer section, the business team, you have, the CS team, you have a lot of team like that, like that, like that. So this PRD is this document that when I make this document, I can give it to my development team. They go through this document, they already know what we are trying to build, right? I write this document, I can give the business team, they go through this document, they have an understanding of my Eba app. Do you get? So that is the essence of the document. It's called the product requirement document. All that I need, right, that will make my Eba app come to life is documented on that document. Now, for the sake of this class, I'm going to give us a template, right? Um, Over the years, I've seen different templates for PRDs, and you get to see different templates. But then, for the sake of this class, I'm going to streamline this template. The goal of this thing is just to understand what this document is all about. It doesn't matter wherever you get to, whatever organization, by the time they give you a sample of their document, or by the time they ask you to come up with a document, if you give them this template that we're trying to work with, you're fine. You understand? You're fine. All right. Hope you are still getting it. If you are getting it, just type I get it. I get it. Let me see. Sharp, 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 sharp. So that I'm sure that everybody is understanding all I am saying. All right, great. I'm glad you're getting it. Great. Thank you, Taiwo. I'm glad you're getting it. You taste it. Oh, this is my like about. All right. All right, great. All right, great. All right. So I believe that I've spoken about these things, but then let me just go through it. The importance of the PRD. Like I've mentioned, the PRD helps all the team to be on the same, page. Do you get? They are on the same page. When the marketing team gets the PRD, they understand the scope of the app you're building. Now, if Gabriel that likes Fufu and does not like Eba picks up my PRD for my Eba app, is able to, understand, is on the same page with though. Although he does not like Eba, sorry, please, are you still with me? Although he does not like Eba, once he picks up the PRD, sorry, once he picks up the PRD, he already understands that. He understands the scope of my app. He's on the same page with me, either he likes it or not. He understands the EBA, the integrities of the EBA I'm trying to build. Do you get? All right. So another thing that this PRD will do for you, it clearly helps you to define what will be and what will not be included in the product. Now, if I give you my PRD, you already see the list of the features that will be on my PRD. You understand? I don't show you PRD. I don't tell you, say, on this my Eba app, these are the items that will be on my Eba. These are the features that will be on my Eba app. So you have seen the PRD, you have agreed with the PRD.
You cannot come from nowhere and be saying I should be adding fufu to my Eba app, because at the onset in the document I shared with you, you can see that the only thing that I have on my app is Eba. You understand? It helps you to clearly define what you want to have on your product. You understand? So, in fact, from writing your PRD, you can easily tell the risk, that might happen. For example, in my Eba app now, I know that logistics must be involved in my Eba app. Now, I am building a app just so that you can place your order, and get it delivered. Now, in all the building, whatever it is, and I'm starting to think that okay, fine. If they come to my app, they see a list of shops, right, where they sell Eba. They place their order and they make their payment. Now, there is one thing that I have not thought about. Someone has to move the Eba from that shop to their house, which is the logistic. So when I'm building this app, it gives me when I'm writing this priority, sorry, it gives me an avenue to know the potential risk, right, that is involved in moving my Eba from one point to the other. Maybe it's a stale Eba, maybe it's a fresh. So all of those things will be things that I will think through when I'm coming up with my priority. You understand? I hope you are still getting it. Are we still getting it? So I'm trying not to make sure that I don't overload us, right? All right. So let's go into this one after the other. So for the sake of this class, um, I've listed the components of the PRD, right? One, the problem statement. Although, although in most cases, right? In most cases, there's always the introductory part, right? The overview, the product overview, right? Where you give an insight. Let's include that. I will include that to this. The product overview, right? When you include the insight about your product. Now, what do I mean? When I open this document, the first thing I want to see in most of the PR template is now I'm building an EBA app. When I pick that document, the first thing I want to see is EBA app is a mobile app that helps people access EBA. You understand? So that's like the first thing. I want to have an overview of what this product is about. Now, the component of a parody varies, right? I've worked in organization where they want you to have, the user flow. They want you to have wireframes and all of those shenanigans, right, on your product requirement document. But the thing is this: you don't want your product requirement document to be overloaded. Over time, I've discovered that if it's overloaded, nobody will read it, and you don't want that. You want people to be able to go through that document and understand, what you're trying to build. Do you get? So you have an overview. The second thing is the problem statement. You understand? What problem am I trying to solve with my EBA app? You already know. So you could my problem statement for the EBA app. So the EBA app is just an analogy. It applies. So the way I'm saying EBA app, that product idea that you have in your mind. Now, you can choose to discard my EBA app and replace it with that product idea you have in your mind, right? So I'm trying to create a picture in your mind with my EBA app so that when you're going through this thing and you're trying to write your document yourself, you can also you will now replace that image in your mind. But then I will get you to love EBA. All right. The problem could be that people struggle. People like Gabriel, of course, the fufu man, they struggle with accessing EBA on time. The problem could be there's an issue with people accessing affordable EBA. Yeah, it could be that maybe where you are, in the location where you are, they don't have like eateries that that gives the good eba. You understand? Like that guy that loves amala and the other guy that loves fufu. The problem could be that where they are, there is no way they can access quality eba. So the problem could be that they cannot access quality eba. Do you understand? Do you understand? So that's the idea of the problem statement. What problem are you solving? Right? What problem are you solving? All right. The second component. Can I go ahead, please? Let me know. Can I continue? Can I continue? Are we still getting it? Can I continue? If you're getting it, just let me see. I get it. I get it. Quality ever, yes. Or do you also have that problem, maybe of assessing quality ever? Maybe my idea can actually become a product, and All right, thank you. I'm glad you're getting it. All right, great. Thank you, Taiwo. I'm glad you're getting it. All right, thank you, Fisayo. All right. So since you're getting it, let me fire down. All right. So another component that usually would be in the PRD is the goals and objective, right? What is the reason why I am choosing to solve this problem? Do you understand? Now, my number one goal, you know the goal, you know the objective, you know the reason why you're solving the problem, or the problem you're trying to solve with your product. You know the reason why you thought about the idea in your head. Now, me, I know the reason why I'm thinking about my Eba app, right? So the one, my goal could be that I want to enable people like Gabriel to be able to order Eba from nearby vendors in his area. I want to enable myself, someone like myself, to be able to order Eba, or maybe I don't need to order Eba anymore, but it's fine. Sure, you understand. Now I eat good food. Don't ask me why. Secondly, it could be that, like I mentioned, another problem why you're trying to, solve this problem. Another reason why you're trying to solve this problem could be because there's always delay in delivery, and you want to build an app that would make sure that the delivery of EBA comes on time, right? So my objective can be to ensure that deliveries are completed within 30 minutes. When you place an order for EBA, in 30 minutes your EBA gets to you. Do you understand? So it could be that maybe there's already an app that delivers EBA, but then they don't have like an intuitive app. What do I mean? They don't have like their app no good. Their app is not good. You are clicking on order and it's taking you to, you are seeing error 404. Okay, you get it, it's not easy. All right. So so I've lost my thought. But don't mind me. Okay, you that someone like you that don't like Eba, Gabriel that has beef with Eba, might want to order Eba for a visitor. You understand? So my help can be solving his problem. My help can be solving his problem. You understand? So that could be your reason, that could be your goal. Do we get it? Thank you, Jare. It's not easy, it's not easy, it's not easy. All right. All right. Are we clear on that? So another feature that sorry, I said feature, don't mind me. My head is thinking about product so much. So another thing that should be on your PR document is your user story. You understand? Your user story. So what does user story mean? Let me just give you an insight into what user story means. User story is just like, I want to talk about features, but then this time when I'm talking about the feature, I'm talking with the user in mind. You understand? For example, on my Eba app, I have this feature called payment gateway, or the use case. So now, how do they want to use the payment gateway? Now, when I'm writing my user story, I'm writing in this form that as a user, I want to be able to make payment for my Eba. Do you understand? I'm trying to make that. Do you get it? I know that as we go ahead, we'll still talk deeply, about user stories and all of that. So, but then I just want to give you an insight into what it looks like. So, use cases, right? How do you want to use this app? You understand? How does this app want to, people want to have a view of what your app will look like. For example, as a user, I want to be able to, sign up and order Eba. That's one. As a user, I want to be able to, see a list of EBA. As a user, I want to be able to, you know, I want to be able to place an order. As a user, I want to be able to track my order. Those are the user use cases for your app. Those those are what forms your user story. You understand? Yeah. So that's how. As a user, I want to be able to complete payment. You understand? Those are the use cases for your app. All the features of your app has certain use cases. All the features of your app has a way that you want it to be. You understand? Okay, so don't worry about my soup. All I want to do on my app is eba. Kolobe. That's what I want to do on my app. Thank you. As a user, I want to be able to track my order. You understand? Those are like the use cases for the features on your app. Those should also be captured on your PRD. Do you get? Okay, good. As a user, I want to be able to see different type of eba, either fluffy or hard. Good. Good. Thank you. All right. So another thing. So sometimes in PRE document, people just list out the features. After they list out the features, they now pick those features one after the other and write use cases for each of the features. Do you get? So for example, I have search feature. Now, my use case would be as a user, I want to be able to search for the different vendors for my EBA. I want to be able to search for the different, types of the EBA, either fluffy. Do you get? Thank you. Is it EBA Igbo that you want? Is it? So those are. Do you get it? All right. So thank you, Mercy. Thank you. All right. Now let's go to the next thing. So other things that you want to have on your PRD is, functional requirement. Jebueba. Okay. I'm hearing that for the first time. Okay. The functional requirement. One, I think with all I've said, you should be able to, outline the requirement. Now, the functional requirement are actually the key feature, actually the key functions of your app. What are the functions that must be on that app to make it an EBA app? You understand? Those are what we call the functional requirement. In fact, in some organizations, they do it as much as they have their FRD, the functional requirement document, separately, where they go into details on each of the features, each of the requirement that makes their app functional. I hope my English is not getting too much. I wish to getting it. Please, if you are not getting it, just let me know so that I can go over. But then let me give an example for my EBA app now. So one of the functional requirements for my EBA app, I know that before you can access my app, you should at least sign up. You should at least create a profile. You understand? So that you can log in and see my varieties of EBA. You get? So one of the functional requirements on my EBA app is user registration. User registration. It means that for you to be able to use my app, for you to be able to place an order on my app, you must first sign up on my app. You must first register as a user on my app. So it's a functional requirement. That means that when you pick up my app, you download my app on the App Store, the first thing you do is you put name, you do some form of onboarding, right? The user registration. You'll create a profile for yourself so that you can always come back to my app. So that's one functional requirement. Thank you, Fusi. All right. So that's one of the first thing. You have to register. Without registration, you won't access EBA. So that's one functional requirement of my EBA app. So the message, I'll come back to your question. I'll take note of the question and I'm going to try to answer everything? Or should I answer? Okay, let me answer now before I continue. So the message is asking, can the onboarding be left to checkout point? All right. That's why you're a product manager. You dictate how you want the flow of your app should be. It's not necessary. Onboarding might not necessarily have to come first, depending on your research, what you found out. Maybe you find out that people get to not complete their registration because they feel like registration is a lot. So you want them order first, but then before they can continue, they will get to a point where they have to register. You understand? Because you also need their profile. So whatever way you want your app to flow, the cocoa is users. Sorry, I'm a Yoruba man. That's why I'm saying cocoa. What is very important is users must be able to use your app. Users must be able to, when we go further, you start to understand that there are some things that you look out for. There are certain metrics you check for as a product manager. You understand? So whatever flow you want, you can choose. You are the product manager. You're the person who knows how best users will use your app. But then what gives you a crown as a product manager is users being able to use your product. You understand? People enjoying your product, having a good experience on your product. You understand? It goes beyond just building the app. It goes beyond just building the app because your work as a product manager does not end after you have built the app. There are certain metrics you checked for after you have built your app. That's the retention, accusation. How many users are using this platform? Why are they not using this platform? All of those. So whatever flow from your survey that you have, you know, that you have, you know, that you have gathered can decide whichever way you want your app flow to look like. But then it's just what I'm just saying is that these requirements are important for my EBA app. For your own EBA app, you can choose not to have registration. Don't mind me, just saying that. So functional requirement, but user restriction for me for my EBA app is very important because I want to know who is placing EBA, placing an order on my EBA. I want to see the number of people who is placing order on my EBA. I want to see the number of users that I've acquired on my EBA app. So they have to register. I want to know you. You have to register. I know that style Gabriel will go and register on my EBA app. So I want to be able to track Gabriel. All right. Thank you. All right. The second one, I'm just giving you examples of functional requirements that just to help you think through functional requirements of whatever app you are thinking about now in your head. That's what I'm saying. On my own EBA app, someone has to register. Thank you, Fusi. Thank you. All right. So I'm just giving you these ideas so that when you're developing your own PRD, because the assignment after this class would be that you create a PRD for the product that you have, that for the product you want to build, right? So, like I've said, one is product require one functional requirement for my EBA app is user registration. The second requirement, functional requirement, I know that they must be able to search for, the different EBA vendors. Yeah, when they come on they log in on my app. The next thing is they want to see a list of EBA vendors, right? Maybe their favorite EBA vendor or whatever it is they want to see. So they go and they search. They can easily search for Yatai EBA. They can search for. They can filter by white EBA. So that requirement is very important for my app. Users should be able to search for different EBA vendors. So for me, that's a functional requirement. Without them being able to search for different EBA vendors, they might not enjoy my app. That's two. Three, another functional requirement for my EBA app is that people must be able to place an order with estimated delivery time. Do you understand? So what's the essence of my app? If, okay, they register, they log into my app, they see the EBA vendors, and they cannot place an order. So are you getting the flow of my EBA app now? They come in, they search for their vendors, they click on it, the EBA, and they place an order. So they might not be able to, what's the essence of this app if they see the list of EBA, but they cannot place an order? You understand? So one of the functional requirements of my EBA app is that they must be able to place an order. Do you get? So That's also a functional requirement. The place and order. Hope you are getting my thought pattern. That's what's most important. Yeah, so this app will definitely be two-sided, right? What do I mean? There will be a user side. Let me say there'll be a vendor side and there'll be a customer side. You understand? Depending on how you choose to build it. There'll be a use case, there'll be a use case for vendors. You know, onboarding for vendors might be quite different from onboarding for customers. Do you understand? So there'll be use case for each of. I'm just giving examples so that we have a clue of what we're trying to do, right? Right? Do you get? Do you get? I'm trying to answer Deborah. You understand? So the vendors will register. User registration will be for vendors. There'll be a section for user registration for vendors. And I can take the old registration at the same point, but then look for a way to filter, to maybe you select when you are filling the onboarding form. Select if you are a vendor, select if you are a customer. Do you understand? Okay. Oyebuchi is asking, what's the difference between the user story and user registration? All right. User user registration, right, is a feature on my app. You understand? User story is what will help me to explain that feature to you to help you understand. Now let me give more clarity to this. Let me give also no, let me give more clarity to this. Now, like I've mentioned, I have a feature called payment on my EBA app. I have a feature called order on my EBA app. Now, payment is a feature. You understand? Same as user. So let me for the sake of your question, I have user registration as a feature. I have payment as a feature. I have what's it called now? Order as a feature. These are all functional requirements. These are all app. These are all features rather on my app. Now, the user story is me trying to explain what this feature payment is about. You understand? Now, payment is a feature on the app. So user story is me trying to explain, that payment so that anybody can understand. Now, user registration is a feature on my app. You understand? I can call it onboarding. I can call it user registration. Do you understand? Now, I want to explain this user registration so that people can understand, right? So, now, user registration is the feature. User story is the description to that feature. Do you understand? So, user registration is a feature as its own. Now, the user story will now be that as a user, I want to be able to fill in this information so that I can access the app. So, user story in itself is a description for my functional requirement. It's a description to my feature. Do you get that, Timlen? So that's different, you know. Thank you. User story describes how the user should be able to use the feature. All right, is that clear now? Can I go ahead? So the user story just describes that feature in itself. Let me see if I can come up with like a template while we are here so that I can easily just run. I don't call me Mr. Eba Apple. I will bite your knuckle. So I can easily just, print a picture in our. I'm going to quickly come up with a template. Don't worry, it won't eat into. I'll be doing it while I'm also trying to explain, so that I can show you that, and we run through it. All right. Um. All right. So another functional requirement of my app might be order tracking, real-time order tracking. Do you get? So after you have placed your order, as a user, you want to know how your EBA is moving before they will carry your EBA and go to Kamfasha. You want to be able to track your order. You understand? I've told you that your ETA is 30 minutes. I want to be see rider has left. I want to be able to trace my order. You understand? So it's also a feature, it's also a requirement for my app because you might not be satisfied if all you can do is place your order and you cannot follow through with your order. See how your order is moving. You understand? So that's a requirement for my own EBA app. You understand? So I feel like after you have order your eba, you want to also chat with maybe the delivery person, chat with customer care, in-app chat feature for my eba app. I feel like it's good that people have that feature so that they can chat with customer care, they can chat with maybe the delivery personnel. You understand? Do you get? So that's just that's just it. Hope you're getting it. So, and of course, after you've been able to do all of that, you also want to be able to pay. Maybe with your card, maybe with your wallet, maybe anyhow, maybe with witchcraft. Just saying. You shall want to pay. So that means on my Eba app, there must be a way to pay. So I'm not gonna lie. For my own PRD, most of the time, I like to have user flow. So this is the way I think through my process. This is the way I think through my process. Now I like to picture stuff. When you tell me about the idea, when I think about the idea, the first thing I usually would like to do is to try to visualize that idea. So I can sketch using, I can use different tools like Mirror, I can use FigJam, I can use even my Biro just to sketch the flow of my app. You understand? That means I'm thinking that okay, this login from login, what's the next thing? So a lot of times I like to include it, you know, I like to include it in my PRD because I want you to actually have the same picture I have in mind. So sometimes I include it, but not everybody actually include it because they believe that when you have the use cases or the user story for each of the features, you should already have an idea. But for me for one, I mean, even when I get organizations that don't usually, have that included, me for one, because it helps my thought process, I like to include it. And I believe that once my thought process is clear, let me communicate the same image I have in my head. So I usually, but not in all cases, but I do it personally. I had user flow in my PRD. I do that. Yeah, I do that. So methodology differs, and may I like to draft my user flow, then discuss with certain people because you can't be an island of knowledge all the time. I mean, when I'm researching, when I'm checking out other apps, when I'm building, I just have a sketch, a flow of what me I have in mind. Then when I'm discussing with you, I can show you my flow, right? So that I can, you know, what's that English? I've lost English. I can help to um, forget English, just to help you get a picture of what I'm saying. You can also that way when you are saying, oh, this is what you're saying, oh, this is, I like to include it, but not everybody includes it. But me for one, I like to. So if you are a product manager in tech, your job is to actually build solutions, right? Build solution, and that's for Fidelis. Build solution. All right. So I mean, solution does not necessarily have to be app. It could be APIs. We will talk about all of that. It could be APIs. That's an endpoint, building endpoint that people can integrate. Paystack for one. Paystack, if you go to different apps and you try to order, sometimes you are on Jumia and you are ordering and they are bringing up a Paystack link. What just happened is that Paystack is the owner of the payment solution. All they did is they built an API, built an endpoint that would help solve payment problem. So that API was built by a product manager. A product manager managed the building of that API. So what they did is they gave Jumia that API. Jumia now integrated that their endpoint, that their solution to their app. Do you understand? So you don't necessarily have to build a full-blown app. You can build like an endpoint, you can build, so to say. All right. Please let's just continue. I will pick as much questions that I can. All right. All right. So payment integration. I know that I want people to make payment on my platform. So another functional requirement on my platform is I want them to make payment. You understand? To make payment so that it's seamless. You sit in your house, you make your order, you make your payment. All I'm waiting for is get my food across to me. So think of payment. Then I'm starting to think how do I want to go about my payment and all that. Like the illustration I just made now. So a lot of times in we building product, a lot of times most Nigeria anyway, I shouldn't say this. Most apps that we build, people are really not building the payment solution. What they do is they collect what Paystack has built, they collect what Flutterwave has built, and they integrate it into their system. That's why sometimes when you're trying to pay, you see that you are redirected to Paystack. So Paystack makes money. Anyways, we'll go into that some later time. All right. So hope you're getting it. All right, so there might also be some non-functional requirements. That means there are some requirements that does not need to be on my app, so to say. You understand? So it could be that I want my Eba app to be able to handle 100 users, 1,000 users. This can be requirement for you. You understand? My but it does not necessarily disturb, it does not necessarily have to do per se with the features of your app. You know, do you get it? So I want to do mobile design first. I want to build all of this Android first. I want to build web first. It could be a requirement for you, but it's not necessarily core requirement. If you get what I mean. All right. So another thing that you might add, although not everybody had this to their priority, not everybody had this to their priority. I'm going to check my document, my drive, right? I have a couple of people, a couple of my mentees that I mean came up with several priority samples. I can check to see if I can pull up one and just show you. So different people, different style, different for their priority. But these things I've mentioned to you are actually important for your priority. Not everybody puts, success metrics, but you want to put it because you might want to put it because you want these are the yardstick to show if if I have met all these things, then my app is a success. For example, what do I mean? So you might say that for me to say that this product is a success, I must have 5,000 active users within the first 3 months. You understand? You must say that, my rating on the app should be 4.5 plus, all of that. You can say that, you know, at least, bad as a bad, 90% of order on my app should be completed in 30 minutes. That can be your metrics. That can be what you use to check yourself and say, okay, if I have all of this achieved, I can say that this product is a success. But the tricky thing is, if you do all of this in your document and you share it with stakeholders, once they come and see these things and they see that you have not had 5,000 active users, that means your product is not a success. All right. So you can also want to include, assumptions and dependencies and all of that stuff. People might need to be able to access Wi-Fi to be able to order a bar. For example, students, um, the availability, for your app to work, for people to make order, you must also think of logistics. Now you want to start to think of the dependencies like the availability of, local riders, delivery agents. Do you understand? Dependencies could be, Victor said what informs your metrics. So basically, before you even go into, there's something called user research. You have done your user research and you know what people want, and you are trying to solve that problem. So your success metrics will be derived from the user research you did, the niche you are trying to meet. How well are you meeting them? Do you get? So that informs, there is a research you did. You didn't just go ahead to build an app. You didn't come up with an idea because you want to come up with an idea. You want to solve a problem. There are certain people you are trying to solve their problem. So your success matrix is measured, or what involves your success matrix in that sense is these people I'm trying to solve their problem. This app, is this solving their problem? how would I say that this app is a success? Is about now. How do you even know that it's a success? Now, if you know that you have like 5,000 users in your app, that means that right, that means I'm really solving the problem. I'm really getting people to use this app because I'm solving a problem. So information from your research, from your users, from these people would inform your metrics. You understand? At the end of the day, your app is not successful if people don't use it. When you talk about, in fact, you might be in certain interviews and they ask you that how many, like, your product, how many users have you had in your product? Do you understand? How many users do you have on your? They can use all of that to, yeah, analytics can show this. So I'm trying. So all of these things we'll talk about. I don't want to deviate. I can talk about all of these metrics. I can talk about how we go about to get our metrics, how we check, how we do our analysis. We have different tools that help us. I've used Mist Panel in the past. I've used what's it called? Oh god. Jesus, is it Metabase now? There are a lot of tools that can just tell you the number of users, the number of the retention rate and all of that stuff. But today we are not going to talk about that. I'm just introducing you to this document. But as we dive deeper, don't worry, you are going to enjoy it as we dive deeper into each of this stuff, right? All right, we'll dive deeper. No, success metric is not limited to the number of users. I'm just saying it could be a way to measure your success. Of course, if people don't use your app, and of course, the number of users, the people you are trying to service, they might not even be more than. So, for example, I once built an app for board of directors, right? Board of directors, right, of a particular organization. So it's not an app that is sold to, maybe the general market. I only built that app specifically for these people who are board of director of a particular organization. Now, my success matrix for these people might not necessarily be the number of board of directors that are using the app. There's a limited number of board of directors in that company. So my success matrix can be something entirely different. You understand? Something entirely different. Do you get? So depending on your product, the matrix can differ. You would think through it from. Do you get? All right. All right. So can we continue? Okay. So I said I was going to try to search for. I was going to try to come up with one parody. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to search for. I have a couple of people that sends me their PRD. I would have showed you, a real-time PRD, but because of non-disclosure, I believe that you don't want me to leave yet and go to jail, right? So, because of non-disclosure, I won't be able to show you as I would have wanted to show you, real-time PRD of certain organizations, certain enterprise that I've worked, with in the past, and because at the Forwasi we have signed paper. But then let me try to see if I can come up with one, like in the shortest of period, maybe in the next 5 minutes, and just give you an idea. All right, let me check my drive if I can even still see some of the ones some of my mentees did. All right. All right, let me try to share my screen. Oh, break time. Sorry, I forgot. So let me leave us to go on break, please. Apologies. I was already enjoying my gist. All right, let me leave us to go on break. Oh yeah, go and drink water. Go and drink water. Go and drink water. Go and drink water so that when we come back, I mean, during that break time, I can already have something to share. No, let people go on break. Oh. Can everybody hear me now? Can everyone hear me? All right, great. All right, great. Thank you. So I'm going to show you different variations of PRD. Some from some of my students, some from different walks of life. All right. So I'm going to show you just to give you an idea into what this whole PRD looks like. Right. After then, I think I would answer some questions, and I will give you some time. I mean, I'll give you the rest of the day to go and drink water and try to digest what we've learned today against tomorrow. So I believe I'll be seeing everybody again tomorrow and Friday. All right. So I think I quickly came up with a few stuff before while we're on break. So let me just run us through. Let me know once you can see it. All right. All right. Let me know if you can see. Can you see my screen? I want to know. All right. Great. I'm going to show you different. So, and that's why I really wanted us to just understand, the idea behind this whole PRD thing. Ca- So, can you see my screen? Should be able to see my screen now. This is what I want to show you. I need to be careful with what I share. Okay. So I believe you can see my screen now. Yeah. All right. You can see that on this document, right? On this document, you see that this PRD sample has an overview. CAC, blah blah blah, is a comprehensive application designed to centralize management of. You understand? There is a product vision statement. Like I told you, different people, different stroke for their PRD. The key pillars, product impact, business case, blah blah, the use cases. You know, can see the list of the features. Those are the functional requirements: user management, monitoring, analytics, financial management, notifications. They want users to get notifications. They want to have comprehensive search and filter. Super wallet and all of that. All of that. So and the end is there. You understand? So the non-functional requirement, like we call it now, is called non-technical requirement on this sample. Usability and user experience, is not technical in that sense. But user experience is important. So what do you want? Design it to be intuitive, data backup and recovery, scalability. These are non-functional requirements. But all that you need to actually technically build out your stuff are this list of features that they have. They call it technical requirements. You know, they give you the list of, you get it. So and the end, they just ended it there. That's just one sample. I want to try to give you different samples. So for the gist, uh, can't see my screen. Oh my Jesus, oh my days. Oh, sorry. Forgive me. Let me know when you can see my screen. All right. Just let me know, please. I would share now. Let me know if you can see it.
Oh, you can hear my voice, but you can't see my screen. Not yet. Please give me a minute. Give me a minute. Oh, okay. I guess some of you can see it, some can't. Oh, Jesus. People should receive good network in Jesus' name. Just hold on a bit. You should be able to see my screen. Just hold on. Hold on. What I want you to see is not the slide. I want to show you. I crafted a document shortly, just to show you um, different samples, different samples of. Don't worry, don't worry. That's not what I want you to see. Just give me a minute. Hold on. Hmm. Is it to be so sure of a network? I want to be like you when I grow up. Just give me a minute. All right. So, guys, sorry about this. Just yeah, I know you can't see it yet. Yeah, I will share the class slide with you. Okay.
So in the meantime, guys, just try to, try to, on the comment section, try to, share a few things that you learned today. Just try to list it out. Let me see. While we try to, and try to get you to see what I was trying to show. Just in your comment section, just show me. Let me see what you've really learned. Let me know if I've not just been speaking English all day. Let me be sure that you learned something today. So in the comment section, I'm reading. I want to see what you've learned so far today. Ah, Precious. So the only thing you learned is Mebahap. What are the core components? Okay, let's keep coming. Let me keep coming. Let me keep coming. Let's keep coming. All right. The priority shows this. Okay, great, great, great. One component of great, great. All right. It helps the team to be on the same page. Great. Functional requirement. User stories explain the benefits of the product. Okay. The importance of PRD. Okay. Let it keep coming. Let it keep coming. Let it keep coming. Learns that what PRD is and its components, which are problem statements. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, short description of what your product looks like and visibility. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Taiwo. Limited. All right. Right. Thank you. The importance of PID in a product. Thank you. All right.
All right, you should be able to see my screen now. All right. So can you see my screen now? All right. All right. Great. 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 So I just wanted to show you, different ways people go about writing their user stories. And I mean, for one, trust me for one, there's some of these stuff are actually real-time products, right? Maybe that was worked on by some of the persons that interned with me at some point, or by maybe one side project that I just got people to work on. All right, you can look at this one now. The product requirement document looks like all is showing you, the vibe is giving. It gives you, this person just wrote the overview, provide single platform for managing marketing campaigns across his Wi-Fi network. I just want you to have that idea, right? All right. He wrote his problem, he wrote the goal, he wrote the core functionality, the dependencies, the requirements. Now, the advertiser feature, authentication, ads, wallet, ads report, transaction, survey, excuse me. So he listed out all the features, you know, internet user feature. So, for example, what he's doing here now is he has two different users for this app. He has certain users who want to advertise on this app. He has another user who want to, what's the word now? Who wants to connect to the internet. And these persons are supposed to see what advertisers are trying to advertise. You understand? So he has two sides. He has the advertiser side and he has the internet user side. You will notice that on this document, what this person now did was he listed out the features that should be on the advertiser side. He named them advertiser feature, listed them out. Then he also went ahead to list out features that should be on the internet user side. You understand? KPI is key performance indicators, just like similar to your success metrics. So captive portal, connectivity, listed out the features for each of those sites. And what he did again was to added like a user flow. You understand? This user flow is a Figma file that just works. So he added the user flow. You understand? He added the user flow. That way you can see that this is own this is his own PRU document is so straight and sharp. He just stated the overview, the product goal, stated the list of features, and gave you a link to the user flow. And he ended it there. Let me show you another document. All right, so different people just come up with the document in different ways, right? Different ways. I know you can't see my screen now. I'm trying to pull up the second document I want to show us, right? Okay. I want to show us another document. So, but I'll give us a template for this class. I'll give us a template that we would work with. I'll give us a template. Right, let me know once you can see the document I'm trying to share. All right. just hold on, Sola. I'm trying to come up with show you another document sample. All right. I believe you can see it now. I believe you can see it now, right? So you see here, just came up with introduction, blah 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 blah. Just okay. This is really just one document that okay. Functional requirement document, authentication, security, account management, financial operations, business specific features. Just listed out. This person listed out the list of features. Now went ahead to break down this feature. You can see now for this one, the way he went about this one was he wrote the feature name, user sign up, in onboarding. This will pass for a functional requirement document, anyways. But I'm just giving you a clue of what different people do at different time. Yeah. So listed out the feature. Let me try to show you another document. I'm just showing you that all of these documents are, you know, are actually documents that are used in real life day-to-day activity, right? Okay. So I'm going to share us a template for the class. The template for this class is going to be very basic so that, we can easily just get it. Okay. All right. Let me just go straight to the template that we're going to use for this class. So this template will be shared. I will share it with us so that we can uh, work with it. So two things I'm owing you. I'm owing you this template so that I can use it to come up with yours, and I'm also owing you the slide for today's class. So I will get it across to everybody, right? So I'm not asking you to copy and paste. I'm just asking you to use the same document to come up with yours. So I think what I will do is I will also ensure that certain things are missing in the document template I'm going to share with you to see if someone is following what we're doing. So please, and let's take every bit of this seriously, because after now there'll be a session where at this point it's just going to be the facilitators and us, right? We are going to walk you through real life stuff. You can ask us any questions. We can help you. This At this point, we can help you with your interviews. We can even help you, get roles where you can actually work on and gain experience. But then, to get to that point, you would have to, first take seriously everything that you learned, and you would have to prove to us that, yeah, you actually went with us through this journey and you actually understood every bit of things that we were teaching. All right. So for the class, this is a template we're going to use. You understand? This is the template we're going to use. In this template, we have problem statement, we have the goal and objective, the functional requirement, we have the success matrix, we have the assumption and dependency, and that's all. So I'm going to share this template with you so that you can also use this to come up with your own PRD. I feel that way. It's easy for you to think through. And of course, whatever you feel like would help people understand your product more, you know, you can think about it and add it to your document. I promise that I'm going to go through every of the document just to make sure that everybody has an idea of what the knowledge we're trying to pass to them. So, um, does anybody have a question? So I've shown you different PRDs for different organizations. I would have liked to show you PRD for certain enterprises that you might know, but then I don't want to leave this seat and from this seat go to jail. That's why I've decided to come up with a template and also show you other document that does not have, Verse number 3. You will put it yourself. So I intentionally omitted it just to see if anybody was actually following what we were learning in class. So number three is supposed to be use cases. I'm not supposed to tell you, but let me tell you. Let me be nice. All right. So before we call it a night, does anybody have questions? Yes, thank you, Afola Shade. You got the one I omitted. All right. Does anybody have questions? Do you have questions? Any question? Before we call it a day. Any question? Any question? I'm checking to see. Any question? Thank you. All right, sharp guys, you got it. I'm supposed to remove the numbers, so you got me on that one. All right, so hmm, acceptance criteria. So you don't necessarily have to add acceptance criteria to your peer review. You might, but then when you're writing your user stories, like when you go into writing, I mean, users, user story is also a document. In your user story will entail the acceptance criteria. You understand? So let me just give a quick explanation into user stories and acceptance criteria. Right? I don't want to digress into topic. The PRD belongs to the organization who owns the PRD. It's not your, yeah, they paid you for your brain, that's why they hired you. So the document is theirs, except if the product is your own idea. So for the template, sorry, forgive me, there are different tools people use for different templates, right? There is product plan, people use Trello a lot. But then in my years of experience and every place I've worked, the most common tool, I won't lie to you, is Google Docs. The most common tool. Forget, and I'm talking of both, Nigerian, both common tool is Google Docs. There's Trello, there's product plan, depending. But the thing is, once you understand the concept of PRD, whatever tool they bring to you, you can use it because it's still the same information that would reflect across all the documents. You get. All right. All right. So, any other question? Any other question? Any other question? All right. Before we go, so because today I used one of my powers, I didn't use all of my powers. So in our next class, I might include Kabus Kabash, my third power, so that even if the lessons does not want to enter, we force it inside. If any, what was your question, please? You want to send me whatever? All right. Don't worry, my wife has given me very good. You can't cook as good as my wife. All right. Gandus, no, don't let me use that Gandusa now. You understand? Don't let me use all of those ones now. We are just getting started. We're just getting started. Let me just be taking the power small. All right. So Monica, she's asking us how we get user feedback. All right. Let me answer. So user feedback, how you get user feedback is through surveys. You do surveys, you run survey. For one, in recently, we're looking to build a new version of an app for a for a financial institution. Let me put that way. One of the things I did is I just made sure that we send survey to users. You understand? Users who are using our platform to find out certain questions. Now, when you want to get your feedback, there's a way you craft your questions. Nigerians don't even have appetite to answer. You make sure you're asking the right questions. You make sure that you are hitting the nail on the head. You don't want to bother them with too many questions, but then you're asking the right question.
All right, so that is, you can get your user research, your user feedback by, by surveys. You could, if it's an existing app, you could do a pop-up, on your app. It could be a Google Form link, share with them, and they give you their feedback. Just gather through survey. Yeah, that's one way you can actually get the feedback. All right. Um, what other question? I've answered your question. If anyone, maybe you missed it. That you were asking if PRD is an intellectual property of a PM or developed by the team. So PRD, is developed by the product manager, but does not necessarily make it your intellectual property. Yeah, you can ask open-ended questions. I mean, I'm happy. So far as in the product space, but it's not necessarily your property because you are paid to do the job. So whatever job you did on the job is the company's property, quote and unquote. If you understand, it's the company property. It becomes your own property if it's your product. You understand? Don't worry, you will get the template. You will get the template. You get the template. You get it. You get the template. You get the slide for today's class. All right. I believe I've answered your question, if you are. All right. Someone asked another question. I think I missed. Okay. So, at what stage of our product journey do we write priority? So it varies for different people, but then as much as it varies for different people, PRD is one of the first thing you write at the beginning of the product. From it comes from product idea. I believe that they've taught us the different stages, right? You can use Google Docs to write it. So it comes from where you are from the product idea, you understand, to all of that phase. So from the early phase of the product state, because now this priority, do you know why? This priority is the document that you would give to the development team to give to all the cross-functional team that will be working with you to bring them to speed and to also give them the same picture you have in your mind. So the PRD document is one of the earliest documents of the product journey. All right. You can start, developing your PRD from the ideation stage. You understand, and you keep improving on it as you keep going. Do you get? So, all right. Any other question? Any other question before I allow us to go and drink water, and you also leave me to go and meet my wife. Sorry. Okay. Any other question? So you don't advise you don't advise how many staff to work with. It depends on the strength of your organization. You understand? I've worked in an organization where it's just myself, the designer, myself, the engineer, and the designer, and just our CEO. I've worked with the organization where is the product manager, we have the marketing team, we have the business team, we have. I've also worked in an organization depending on the organizational structure. So the number of people you work with is also dependent on the the volume. I mean the size of the organization you work in. Yeah, let me use that word. Gabriel, for your question, me for one, I can actually come up with a wireframe, and but for the longest, I won't even lie to you. For the longest, I don't think that I have had to come up with wireframes, right? Come up with wireframes. Most of the time, for most of the enterprises where I work, is just to come up with a user flow, and I discuss with the team using that user flow. So it depends, but it's a plus for you if you can design a wireframe, right? And of course, the truth is you don't have to design something sophisticated. As a product manager, all let me see if I can open up my Figma and show you. No, we do that some other time. So it could just be like a straight line, just trying to show you different flow. You don't have to come with something serious. It could be just boxes that are trying to link together. Do you get? So you just having that understanding and being able to present that as an understanding anyway is a plus for you as a product manager. Do you get? All right. I believe I've answered your question. Before I go, how was the class? Was it impactful? Did you learn anything or through? Would you look forward to our next class? Let me hear your feedback so that I would know how maybe to gather my my other powers for the next class. But I promise you, I mean, you will learn a lot. Um, I promise you will learn a lot. And I believe that, after now, you will be able to get on and do, because today now you know how to draft the PRD already. One is off the list. All right. So they go like that, small, 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 small. Either you like it or not, you will become a product manager. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I enjoyed my time too. I also look forward to the next class. I'm coming with more power. I will come with which one did I say I was coming with? Oh, thank you. I made it relatable. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Interestingly, but okay, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm blushing. Thank you, Samuel. Thank you, Amos. Thank you, Gabriel. Fufuman. But I can't hate you. Love is shared abroad in my heart. All right, great class. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Then let me leave you guys to go and drink water to all of the things that we have said so that it does not choke you. All right. So go and take your time. You can start preparing your priority now. I even expect that you have already started preparing, looking at what all we learned. So you can start preparing. By tomorrow, I should have product managers who can actually come up with a priority document. Thank you very much, everybody. See you same station, same time tomorrow. And I love you guys so much. Not as much as I love my wife anyway, but then I love you guys. Take care of yourself and be good. Enjoy the rest of the night. You'll get the template, you'll get the slide too. Yeah, you would. You would. You would. I would ensure it gets across to everyone. All right. Thank you so much. Good night. Have a good night.